Okay, I've got the Wurkkos HD20 with me here, and I've got both LEDs on. So the larger thrower one with the Cree XPL and the smaller one with the Nextorch 519A, both on at the same time, and that's the lowest mode. And you've got a combination, nice combination of a throwy beam with the flood as well. A little bit of flood, and yeah, it's decent for short distance. Press and hold. Second mode, and you know, it's got some decent throw because the reflector, the TIR lens, is actually quite large. It's a 21700 cell light, so they were able to actually fit in a much larger lens there. Okay, third, and there we go. You know, good amount of flood and a very pronounced hot spot in the center. Okay, it's not a large hotspot. Double press, and that is your turbo. Quite impressive. It is hitting the trees at the back, definitely. It's tinting them. Difficult to see the green, but you can definitely see the trunks of the trees there at the back. I don't really notice it ramping down yet. Turn off. Oops. There you go. You can sort of put on the strobe as well. Back to turbo. Okay. Get some nice sort of peripheral light as well. Good amount of spill. Now I can switch it over to the other, just the single LEDs. So I'll turn it on. Okay. Now this is just the flood. Okay. Very difficult to see. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's the third mode. Double press. That's your kind of flood turbo, the Nextorch. So there's not a whole. I mean, you can probably see up ahead. It's a decent walking light, maybe about 10 to 20 meters or so. But into that field, no, not really much. Okay, so I'll switch over to the spot beam. Okay, just by itself. Okay, that's your spot beam. And I'll cycle through it first, second, third mode. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the third mode is, yeah, it's good. You can still see all the way into that field. And I'm actually surprised that most of the floodiness is actually generated with the top LED, the XPL. You know, even on the ground here, you can see a decent amount of flood even without that 519A activated. Double press, and yeah, I mean, most of the light comes from that top LED with the TIR lens. No doubt about it. Wurkkos HD20, and this is on the low mode with both LEDs on. Medium, high. Turbo. See those sort of goalposts right at the back there. Lots of flood. Almost like a 180, or near 180 degree beam. Quite practical. It's not really 100% able to, yeah, it's touching the building at the back, but only just tinting it. The lighter parts of the building, it's very hard to see there on camera, but it is a little. Okay, a bit of a strobe just to activate that. Back to turbo. So we've got the Wurkkos HD20 down this little alleyway, and that's with both beams on turbo, both LEDs. You can see some sort of the back of some air conditioner or something down there. Cycle through the different modes. Okay, low, medium, high. Even high reaches down to the end. Double click. Okay, so pretty decent visibility all the way through to the end. and turn it off and just swap over to just the spot beam itself. Okay, and there's really not a huge difference. I mean, you've got the spot beam, so this is just the spot beam itself on low, medium, high. Decent throw for the high. Double click and great visibility. I mean, I can't tell too much difference really. I don't see any difference at all really in terms of the throw. There's more spill obviously with both LEDs on, but this functions perfectly well with just the top LED on. Okay, and I'll turn this off and we'll go on to the just the bottom mode. So I'll just switch it onto the bottom one like that, and this is just with the Nichia 519A on low. Okay, medium, high. I mean, it's really difficult to see, but a little bit of spill there. That's about it. Wurkkos HD20. This is on the low mode with both LEDs on. Yeah, still tints the buildings, but really low visibility. Hold again. Second mode. Medium. Hold again. High. So now we're kind of talking. We can see most of really what's going on in those buildings, but in terms of the windows, not much visibility inside. For double click, a little bit better. Really just lights up this whole block of buildings very well. Off. Oops. Off. And on turbo. Wurkkos HD20. It's on the highest mode here. Alright, this is the Wurkkos HD20. There we have it on turbo mode with both LEDs activated. Off, back on, and turbo again. Doesn't quite reach, well, it does reach to the back, but mainly just tinting some of those buildings, but yeah, there's a lot of ambient light out here as well, so it makes it difficult to tell.